Hi guys, I'm back up here with another message for the Divine Feminine. Excuse the background, I'm kind of in nature right now, kind of spending time with God, and while I'm like, this is for the Divine Feminine, just in case I didn't say that, right? And as I'm walking here, outside here and shit like that, what came to me, kind of like what God kind of dropped on my dome piece, is how the dynamic of the union and reunion and union again, right? That type of energy that separate, reunion, right? And showed me how this like really played out in regular form. Like anything can cause you to go into a separation. Anything can cause you to go into a reunion, right? And really understanding the dynamic of why it's necessary. Okay? So, when it comes to you and your twin, right? You're going to have times when you and your twin is on one accord, right? You're going to be on one accord, and it's like damn near like this is a blissful period, right? And then within that space, we never really know when there is a quote-unquote separation happen, right? And what I mean by that, everybody's separation don't have to be physical separation. It could be just energetically, you guys missing the mark, communication all off and shit, all of it, man. But within those times of separation, quote unquote, right, you should be in an energy of gratitude for the time that you was in that reunion or union, right? And if you see it from that perspective, and when things, I guess, shift towards the other side of the pendulum, right? You can see, like, shit, man. When we come together, we do what is necessary together because we heal together. We work together, right? But we also have to be separated to work separately on our own. Because how this journey, a lot of that magical shit that happens on this journey is a lot of times when you by yourself, right? When you by yourself, because when you're by yourself, it puts you in a position to have no choice but to grow closer to God, right? The number one thing on this journey that everybody should know, that is, this journey is optional. Your masculine don't have to fuck with you. You don't have to fuck with your masculine. But the number one thing that is required, that's mandatory, right, is that you fuck with God, right? Regardless of how that may seem, how you and your twin flame journey is going, it's mandatory that you fuck with God, right? Because there's karma to that, not fucking with God, especially if you know better, right? And just me really walking around and really thinking about that is about, it kind of blows my fucking mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of blows my mind to really think about the twin flame dynamic and the separation, reunion, all of that good stuff. Because outside looking in, it looks like it can be toxic. But it's not, right? It's God doing the work that is necessary, right? Because both individuals are going through their trigger moments, looking at their trigger moments, analyzing their trigger moments, and healing at their trigger healing their trigger moments, right? Healing themselves. Where it can get toxic, right, is if you're not willing to do that work. So you'll start to do destructive shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of the concept of your masculine or feminine bringing those destructive behaviors out of you. And you know what's so funny about it is that some of the behavior, some of the vices that we have, mutual between the masculine and the feminine, right? You ain't even really know you had, or was unaware that you had, right? Until your masculine or your feminine reveals that to you, right? But wrapping this message up, because there's no cards or nothing. This is just straight what's being channeled and what God's putting on my dome right now. Excuse the noise out here, guys. I'm kind of around traffic and shit. But it's about taking a look at our vices, right? Looking at our vices and analyzing them shits and getting them motherfuckers under control within a space of separation, right? You need to view that point in your life, that point in time, as that's the time for you to spend with God, right? Because you're always growing a relationship with God. And it's fucking beautiful. It's very blissful to fuck with God on that type of level. It really doesn't matter what type of God you believe in. It's just, there's an energy where you feel that completeness, where that void is now filled, right? And you start to learn so much about yourself within that space of isolation, within that space of turmoil, internal turmoil, within that space of your shadow, your darkness, right? When you're in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, man. You have to get out of the dark to get to the other side. You're gonna have to go through the furnace at the beginning of this journey of understanding what this journey is, right? Because most of us didn't plan on getting on these fucking journeys. It just fucking happened, right? And it's a type of energy here where when you're in an energy like that and really looking at your situation, you start to ask questions on why is this in my face? Why God give me this? Okay? Let me get some answers. Let me see what that is, right? And then when you start to see what that is, you start to build that relationship with God, right? Build that relationship with God. And it becomes stronger and stronger to a point where God starts to reveal to you things that you couldn't fathom to understand when you started your fucking journey, right? And it's amazing, man. It's a type of energy, man. When you're in those spaces of reunion or union with your divine masculine, take those spaces of relief, bliss. It's kind of like within those spaces right there, right? Thank you, God. It's kind of like if you're riding a bike and you're going down a hill, right? Going down a hill on a bike, what are you doing? You're coasting, right? You're coasting. It's just cool. You can take a breather for a second. But the moment that you get to the bottom, right, you're going to have to start paddling again, right? And that moment that you get to the bottom, that pedaling moment, that's a separation, right? That's a separation right there. You know what I'm saying? That's some powerful shit. And when you start to see things like that, you start to understand that, shit, okay, it's time to get to pedaling. It's time to get to discovering. It's time to get to growing. It's time to get to elevating to the next level in my life. All right? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all messages are not for all. They're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as we got that slot open for personal readings if you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those. You know what to do. DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as anything else, drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys to start the discussion. As well as just go share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord. Closing out, notes, messages, comments. Take your separations and your reunions as time to reset and time to elevate. Okay? All right, see you guys later, and bye-bye.